How y'all doing, everybody? My name is Paul. Welcome to Louisiana Dog Training for blood trailing and obedience. My daughter Roxanne and I have been training dogs for a couple years now, and we train dogs on the interdigital gland. We don't drag hides. And this is our goal, is to get everybody. There's a gland up in here. You see that hole up in there, Rocky? Can you see it on the camera?
Mm-hmm.
That hole is the interdigital gland. We'll take a screwdriver and stick it in there. You go right in and you turn it around. Now, I've already extracted most of the wax out of these particular hooves. These hooves, this hoof right here came out of this shoe. I just took it out of here. And I've done this before, but we'll see. I might get a little more. You know, see that looks like wax on there? That wax is the interdigital gland. This is what allows a fawn and a doe to find each other in the woods when they get separated, and this allows does and bucks to breed. And when a deer gets mortally wounded, oh, fell off. When a deer gets mortally wounded, it really allows them to, it really puts out a good amount of gland excrement.
So if I shoot a deer and it just drops in the field, is it gonna
No.
release a scent?
Good question, Rocky. Absolutely not. A deer that just drops in the field when it gets shot, that was the ice machine dropping ice. A deer that gets shot and just drops in the field, or like a deer that gets hit by a car and dies instantly, does not produce the stuff that comes out of here, the scent.
So if there's 10 deer in a field and I shoot one and all 10 run off, my dog will know to follow that deer because that is the only deer that released that scent, correct?
That is absolutely correct. There can be 40 deer in a field. 40. And you shoot one, and all 40 run through the same hole in the fence. All 40 run up the same trail. Only one out of that 40 is going to be producing interdigital scent. That's why we train this way. Dragging a hide, I tell you, you can take a puppy, a little puppy, and teach it to track a hide drag. It takes a little more to teach them to track the interdigital scent. I'm going to put this back in this shoe. And this is how we lay our tracks with these shoes, Rocky. Might want to let people see this.
Where did you get those shoes?
I ordered these shoes from a guy named Mike Geidel. Mike is a German, and he speaks English, but he speaks German as well, and he has family in Germany. And this is the only way I could find these, was through Mike. These are hard shoes to find, and everybody I know that has shoes like this gets them from Mike. Now he can only get like 2 sets of shoes every 2 weeks. They cost about close to $200 a pair. Well worth it. It's a tool of the trade. You know, it's just a tool. So you just take these shoes, put a little slack in the strap, slide it on your boot, cinch up the straps, put one on the other foot, and you're ready to go. You can see I got a couple of pairs of these shoes. Here's another pair. We use them every day. And now this is just that's for an advanced dog. This ain't how we get a dog started tracking. This is how we get a dog finished tracking. So let's talk about getting them started, Rocky. What we got in this kennel right behind you is a bloodhound. his owner told me that he had a little tracking experience, but when we tried him on day one, his experience was limited, extremely limited. So, he wouldn't track for us. We had to take a liver drag, add Vienna sausage juice to it, then add Vienna sausage to the track to get him to track. However, we only do that once or twice with the liver drag, and then we quit putting the sausage, quit putting the juice, and only use the liver. Once he got a 20-yard straight line going, then we made a 45 off of that for another 20 yards. He landed that yesterday. So then we took and added another 45 off of that, but we went 30 yards. So we had 40 and 30 or 70 yards. The last part of that was only a liver drag. Last 20 and 30 was liver drag only, and he did pretty good with it. You know, he had his treat at the end, and he did good. Our goal is to get a dog tracking a liver for probably 300 or 400 yards. Then we're going to switch him over to the shoes. Very easy to switch them once you got them started tracking.
Shoes with a little bit of blood.
That's correct. We're going to start them with a little blood. Because you know why some guys say they don't use no blood at all? But 90% of the hit sites I go to, not 100, 90% that I go to are going to have a little blood at the hit site. They'll have a little blood going into the woods, and then the blood disappears. Therefore, what I do, I'll create a hit site. I'll take my pocket knife out, and you see where I've been scraping on this? I scrape a little hair at my hit site, and then I squirt a little blood on the back half of the leg right here. These are small legs, probably from a doe or a small buck that we tracked last year. And we got a piece of carpet padding underneath it to hold it tight. I've lost legs while tracking. You can see the little redness in here where I've been squirting a little blood on the legs and a little bit got on the carpet padding. See where I scrape hair to get started creating my hit site. And that's about it for day one, Rocky. We're gonna switch and start showing people some videos of dogs tracking, right?
Right.
Got it.